Professional artist Mark Pendergrass is a very talented man. He's a painter, illustrator, sculptor, and songwriter.
And God has been very wonderful to me because all of my life I've been able to do what I enjoy doing.
When Mark and Rhandi married in 2004, he was a freelance artist, and Rhandi helped him with the business. They found out the most stressful part about being self-employed was wondering when they would get their next client.
At one point, he was without a project for about 3 months, and we were literally down to our last dollars.
At times, the Pendergrasses had to rely on credit cards to pay the mortgage and buy everyday essentials. Eventually, they ended up $40,000 in debt.
When the creditors really came knocking at the door saying, you know, you got to do something here, we had a lot of debt, and we knew God was going to have to do a miracle.
Then in 2007, Rhandi started breeding and selling Mexican Frenchies to make extra money. She had also been watching the 700 Club and learning about giving. She became a CBN partner using the income from selling puppies. Mark also gave to CBN from his business.
Every time I sold a puppy, you know, they would get at least 10% and sometimes a lot more than that.
Financially, things got better, but they hadn't quite turned the corner. Rhandi admits it was hard to trust God. Then one day, she and Mark had a talk.
Mark lovingly told me that he was not my source, that God was my source. And it was almost like a light bulb went off in my head. And God really started dealing with me about trusting him through the times when Mark doesn't have a project.
Rhandi says she learned an important lesson.
Give with a joyful heart. And the other major thing is to understand God is your source.
Shortly after, Rhandi came across a job listing for an illustrator for children's books. Mark got the job, and the client liked his work so much, they gave him 2 more contracts. The couple continued to give, and God continued to provide.
God starts doing miracles and allowing us to pay our bills out. Like, we can't believe jobs coming along. It's just been a fantastic journey for us.
Since then, Mark has had plenty of work, and they were able to start paying down their debt. They also increased their giving to CBN and now give at the founders level.
We see the wells that are being dug and the children that are being ministered to in countries overseas. Man, there's nothing like that. I can't go there, I can't do that, you know. But we can send some money. And we love doing that.
Today, Mark works full-time, but still gets work on the side. And now he and Rhandi are practically debt-free. They say it's all because they trust God with their finances.
I'd given in the past, but I always did it out of obligation. I always did it with a kind of a grudge feeling, you know. Giving out of a cheerful heart and giving in a joyful way is the only way to give.